Hello, my crafty friends and creators from around the globe. Thank you for joining me in the studio today. DJ here at Hither and Studio, and today I want to make with you some quick little coin envelope type pieces that we can put in our junk journals or send out as happy mail or use however you choose to use them. Just fair warning, I have a very busy household this week, so there could be a couple of things popping off here and there. I'm kind of tucked away, hidden, but I'm in my basement area, and you know, all the machines are down here, so there's probably stuff that might go off that you wouldn't normally hear in the videos, and I apologize for that in advance, and I'll try to edit this as best I can for you. So happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're having a great December so far. Let's get started making these envelopes. So I have some paper bag here that I ironed and cut up, and I have a piece of deli paper that I just kind of background stamped a little that you can see there. And then I have bits and bobs around. We'll try to see what we're going to use. I'm going to do a little collaging today and turn this into a fun little piece that we can kind of tuck away. So not too big, and I thought that would be a great idea for a journal size. So I think this is about an 8 by 10 piece. Let's see. 10.5 by 8.5, but not that you need to measure. You can make these any size, and actually I'm probably going to make a smaller one out of one of these other ones. So let's put these to the side. And like I said, no measuring. We're just going to kind of fold. I have a tutorial on making some envelopes on my channel. You can look for it. It's one of my earlier videos. And all I'm doing is lining it up. Actually, I'm going to come over a bit. Try to center this a little. So we kind of have that where it's overlapped just a bit, and you can overlap it a lot less if you want. And this will end up being the front, and this will end up being the back. So, and this will be about the size. So we're gonna have a little flap here, and then so it'll be about that big, which is, I don't know, about 5 by, wait, is that right? Yeah, about 4 by 5 or so ish. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm just gonna fold this. So I have that, and I'm opening it, and this is gonna be the bottom. So I'm just lining up the creases here so that I get a straight fold. Quick and easy tip there. You just kind of line up those creases, and then you get a straight fold. Right. Get that nice and tight. And then this will be the top of the envelope. So now you need to decide how much you want to fold over. And I want it to be about there. So again, lining up those creases. All right. And now we're just going to cut off the pieces we don't need, which are basically this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. And then I'm going to round the top here. So let's cut these out. Okay, so that's that. Not too hard, right? Everybody can do that. We just cut out those 4 corners on the folds that we made there. And now we have something like this. I am going to round these corners, like I said. So, which one? I want this one. I want the most rounded. And because of the way I cut this, I have just a little notch there I don't want. So I'm just making that a little neater. So that's how we have that. And you can cut this any way you want. I just wanted something very simple there. And then down here, I'm also going to round the corners because I like the way that looks, but you don't have to do this. You can just kind of square them off like that. But that's how I want mine. And now I do have a little too much of an overlap, so I'm just going to take a smidge off of this, and I'm going to do it with the ruler and my cutting tool. So let's see, about there. Let's line this up. Ta-da. There we go. Just so I don't have too much bulk there unnecessarily. All right, we might use that. We'll keep that. We'll keep all these little pieces. These are great for those tags I did. All right, and now we're gonna, eventually, we're not gonna do it now because I'm gonna decorate before I fold this up. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I might wanna sew. And if I, all right. Can we get in? Thank you. If I do want to sew, I want to have this open and flat. All right, so if you think you might do some sewing, you can leave it open. Another option is if you don't want, you know, if you're better working with it, you know, like this, you can have a piece that, you know, like a base piece that's the same side as your front, and do all your work on that, sew on it, and then glue it on top here. So you could do something like that. Okay, just another option. I am going to ink this, and I'm just going to put on some gloves so I don't get ink everywhere. Ta-da! My inking gloves. I have learned that it takes forever to get ink off my hands, and it's just better to cover them ahead of time. All right, so some vintage photo, some black soot. All right, Distress Oxides, both of them. And actually, I think I have vintage photo ink, so I might grab that instead. It's just a little more, it's a bit more intense, the ink. All right, so first I'm going to do the Distress ink, vintage photo rather, and then I'm just going to tap around with the black soot, which kind of gives it that burnt paper look, which I like, and I think it works well with these paper bags. But I'm going to do that and speed this up so you guys don't have to labor through all that. So we are inked, and I was struggling which way I wanted to go with this. I think it's going to be like that. And then I won't see too much of the inside, but I figured you might see some of the top here, you know, of your envelope. So I just wanted to make sure that I had that inked. Okay, so now I have to refold this a bit because of it folding on itself. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now we have our front. You take these off. Put you there. And now we get to decorate. Fun, fun. So, let's put you away. And let's see what we got. I have these papers from Digital Collage Club, but you can use book page, which I'm also going to use. I have a couple of different book pages. You can also, whoops, you can also use some of this packaging from, this is Amazon packaging from, you know, their shipments. Newspaper, black and white newspaper, book page, like I said. Anything that you have around that you think works. And all I'm going to do here is collage. So I'm just going to start randomly tearing off some pieces just to see what I like. And sometimes it's nice to kind of use the same paper that you've torn across, like so. Let's see what that looks like. What else do we have? I have some book page. So I might want to put a piece of this kind of under it, like so, just to have it peeking through. Or we could put the book page over here and then put this piece, which is way too neat. All right, like that, maybe. Okay, and then what else? What else? Have this butterfly there and this poppy, maybe. I actually like this kind of music note script piece going on. So let's see. Let's see if we can fit that in the back here. And if it looks good, I'll tear it. So that color's a little off. But I still like the way it looks, so I'm gonna do that. I wonder if this piece would look better like this. Nope. Let's try. There we go. This one's kind of getting lost with this background, so maybe what I can do, tear this one down. Don't worry, we have plenty of uses for the paper. Kind of put that like that. And then let's see, this one, over it or under it. Yeah, I kind of like that, so. I have so much of this stuff, I hoard it, so I'm not worried about not having it. I got that, like that. Maybe this piece can go over that. You know, we're collaging, so you can do a bunch of different things and try different things. And if you don't like it, you can always go over it. And I don't want to lose my edge that I inked so nicely, so. Kind of like that. go. All right, so, all right, let's ink. Where did I put you? I don't know. Let's just do it on here. And I hope everybody is having a good season here. How's the weather near you? Is it really cold, or are you in a very warm climate? Where are you coming in from here? How did you find me? And what are you doing in your neck of the woods this time of year? It's getting really cold here. It's getting really warm in other places. And I envy you. I love the snow when I'm inside. Not a big fan when I have to go anywhere. So I am looking forward to seeing some of the white stuff. Just a little though. I don't want too much because then it just becomes a hazard and it gets dirty and you know, ugh. But all right, so that's inked. Now I've got ink on my hands. As much as I tried to avoid it. Yeah, like that. And just see how that just kind of makes it pop. I just love this technique. I don't know, it just makes it stand out more. Maybe it's on this that I like it so much too, because it just shows up more. All right, so that's that. You're going down. Let's glue you. Oh, and look what I found. I found this, which is, you know, for, well, I'm sure it has many uses. It could probably be a windshield scraper, but for drywall, making repairs to drywall, or maybe taping. I don't know, that plastic kind is the kind you would use for taping, but it works really good to spread the glue and then to also flatten this on the surface of what I am gluing on. So this way. I've had it 6 different ways. I don't know what I ended up with, but I think it looks good. Yeah, so this is a really neat little tool that kind of pushes it all down there, and then it is set and set. Let's just do this. Okay, and now I have, you know what I'm not liking is that edge where the text cuts off, because I want it to kind of look like it's coming in from the middle. Let's do it this way. So I am going to put it up against the side here. This is what we'll do. This is old book page, so it's pretty easy to kind of distress it and tear it, and it practically cracks. And if you tea dye these, then they're even worse. So I'll just kind of ruffle that up a little, bend it, fold it, make it not look so neat and clean there. And then that can go there. Like so. Nope, too little. Like that. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so it is a busy, busy time here. Lots going on. Plans being made, gifts being bought. We celebrate Christmas in this house, and it's just a busy time of year. You know, I just kind of feel like it's just sneaks up on us every year. We're like, oh, it's December again. And, but not like we didn't have 11 months to tell us it was on its way, right? But yeah, so just trying to get stuff done and trying to get you guys some cool videos that we can craft together. I have a bunch of stuff to make for journals, so like that. I like that. And then I have this here. So what can we do? We can put this one like that up there. And then, all right, so maybe we don't need so much of this. We can kind of have that just peeking through. And then this one could kind of go over. Something like that. And then we just need an accent piece. So we'll get you like that. Let's see. All right. Let's put you over there. Everybody's got a home, but nobody's ever in it. You stay over here. Let's see what else we have in these packs, which are gorgeous, by the way. I did do a little tweaking on the color. We have this. We have these butterflies. Those might look really nice. Let's get them. They all won't fit, so I'm going to take the darker. I'm just tearing these out. Take the darker of the two, of the three rather. Hopefully they'll stand out a bit more. Just and collage them, so they sit there as a little accent on the page. And this is how we get all those little bitty bits everywhere, is because we're always tearing paper. Now there actually, two of them might be too big, so let's take one. This one, I think. All right, so let's get some of this glued down so we don't look like we don't know what's going on here. This one I think I have to ink, even though I didn't want to ink, because I'm trying not to ink so much on camera. This will cover that side. Okay, that'll work. This one I totally have to ink. Alright, so much for not having inky fingers, but at least with this big one there was so much inking, I just didn't want to have it everywhere. This one I can kind of control a little better. Alright, that really good. Actually gonna tear that. More black. And the black will pick up those darker colors from the butterfly, so that'll be good too. Just do that. All right, and let's glue this guy. Nope. Right about there. And then this one will go here. like so. Okay, so we have that. And now we have this piece, which I want to go kind of across there. So we have some room up here. We could put a little more book page there, I said, as I search for the book page. Okay. And let's see. And that is really just to fill that space. I think I have to re-ink my inker. Used to be a lot more juicy. Let's try this. Like that. So you can do this in, like you can see, you can do this in a lot of different sizes. And, you know, cover it, and then, like I said, if you don't like the way you laid it down, you can just grab another piece and put it over it, which we may very well do. In this one, let's see how it goes. Yeah, you would think I would remember to put that glue down. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna cut these pieces off and ink them because I took them over the edge. Actually, not 100% dry. Okay, and this one, that one is dry. Careful not to cut the envelope. All right, cut the envelope. Okay, no, nothing a little wash you can't fix. And we'll just get back that grunginess there, so it looks like it was just made that way. Okay, so we got that. Now we have our friend here. Actually, I like this one better. Yep. We're inking and we're gluing and we're making things. All right, if you celebrate Christmas, do you wrap with recycled paper? My mother-in-law uses comics. She's been using it for years and years. And I thought it was the oddest thing when I first, you know, saw it for birthdays and stuff. I mean, for Christmas, she usually puts, you know, holiday wrap, but for birthdays and that. So, but now I think she was ahead of her time because, you know, now I'm looking at all this recycled paper to use for my crafting. So my daughter and I last night took a bunch of like the brown craft paper and brown paper bag type paper and wrapped a bunch of gifts and stamped them with ink and made those little tags. I have a bunch of little tags I made in one of my videos. So I made tags similar to that, and we wrapped a bunch of presents like that. And just the aesthetic of them all together with the brown and the ink, it's just really pretty. And we got to recycle a bunch of stuff and use up our stamps and put on some holiday music and just kind of dance around and have fun. So do you guys do you recycle, or do you use last year's paper, or do you go out and kind of buy something new? Let me know. Let me know what you do in your little neck of the woods. I feel like this needs something dark, dark, dark behind it, like black. So let me just see in my scrap bin if I have something really black. Okay, I didn't have black, but I have this. It's kind of almost black. It needs to be wider. Do something like that. This is the process. I just kind of keep trying it different ways until I like the way it lays out. That's too much. Because I want your eye to kind of go there and say, oh, there's something there. Because it's all the same color palette, it's kind of getting lost, you know? It's more long, so let's try up here. And then down here. That works. Something like that. All right, I just round this off. Little black. And then I think I'm going to sew on it. Maybe some white. Maybe some white, like lace, something 3D. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let me grab some lace. And the sewing will bring it all together. Obviously, you don't need to sew. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. All right, that might work. That might work. Like so. Let's see. think we're gonna go with that. All right, so let me cut it about there. Let's see, do I like it under the butterfly? Getting a lot of dimension here. I think I kind of like it like that. That is kind of peeking out here. And then we could add a word here. Okay, so let me cut a little more off. We'll use that for scrap stacks of course I can't think what they are, clusters. Some scrap clusters. Let's see, how we doing? What do you think? Is it easy enough to see? I think like that, and then what I'll do is I'll stitch around it and I'll throw in some like crazy stitching on there, and then that we'll call that one done with a little word or something. So let's glue this piece down here. And then we'll see where we are with time for you and me. Of course, you can always just tap right through and speed up till the end, but I can't. That wouldn't be any fun anyway. All right, so you're going there. I think that's where you were living. I need one of those silicone. I keep meaning to go to the dollar store. I see everybody using them for hot glue, and I think they would be good for this Fabri-Tac also, so I'm not wearing it all the time. And we're just going to, yep, you know I'm gonna do it. It's just a little too clean there. Too clean and too straight an edge, and then just not satisfied. So we're gonna do that. And that's what we said, right? That's what you told me. Well, you continue to use this since we're on that fabric. Like so. Yeah, we'll tilt you a little like that. We don't want you over the edge. Okay. Let's put you down first. Yep. I think you're going about there. Like that. I like it. I like it. All right, you stay down. You go down. All right. A little too much glue. That's all right. All right, and now the main attraction here. And you see, you can kind of go crazy. You can make these as basic or as complex as you like. I really need a baby wipe. I always go for the complex, out of control version. That's just me though. If it's easy, it's not worth it. No, just kidding. All right, so that's down. We might have to let that one dry a bit, but that's okay because we can do another one. Because I don't want to run it through my sewing machine while it's super, super wet. Because then it just gums up my needle, and that's not good for anyone. Let me just get some of this excess glue. All right, like that. All right, so once it's sewn, it makes such a big difference. So it may not be like oh, it's amazing yet, but that's okay. I want to kind of carry this look over here. And so, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to have a little piece off the edge. Unless I go this way. All right, let's do this while we're waiting for our glue to dry. And if you're not okay with the text being sideways, then obviously you don't have to do this. You do it your way. Use a piece of colored paper or something. So all I did was draw around that, and that is so I could get a starting point. And then I laid out where the edges were. So I'm gonna have to cut just inside this because I don't want it to be exactly the size of the flap. I want it to be just on the inside. So it's a little hard to see my pencil mark, but it's basically just that outline of the flap. And I'm just cutting about 1/8 of an inch maybe in from that line that I drew. Okay, and I know it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay because I'm going to zhuzh it up anyway. And so, let's see. You got to clean this bottom part here up. I like it that way. I'm going to come down a little. EDD moment. Okay. Okay, and now I just want to rough it up a little. And if you have one of those tools, you can probably just use that. Could tear it too, but I just don't want it to be perfect. It doesn't have to be completely annihilated here. I don't have one of those tools. I tend to use my scissors. A pair of scissors. I guess then this is a scissor, and that is a scissor, and this is a pair of scissors. It's always such a complex thought process for me for such a simple item. And I think I'm going to use this side because I like that little line coming down. Don't know why, just my fancy. And this tore, so I'm going to take advantage of that. All right, and we'll just, this tore too, so let's do the same thing there. We'll kind of get that crease where it tore. And it just makes it look a lot more distressed, which I like a lot. All right, so that can go there. We need a little black. Where's my black? Here we go. Black soot. All right, put you like that. You're gonna go there, like so. And if you notice, I have a lot of tools that I use, and I jump around using some of them some of the time and some of them other times, and that's just because I want them to all feel loved, and I want them to all feel like they have a purpose. So that's just me and my empathy for inanimate objects. Yep, she's okay. She's okay. All right, so where did you go here? Let's try this. Hope I'm in frame for all of this. Oh, it tore off completely. Let's fix that. I like that you're torn, but I don't want you gone. There we go. Nice. All right. Make sure that's all down, like so. How are we doing here? Well, we're drying. We're drying. We're getting there. Fabrifix, whatever you call it, whatever brand you bought. Kind of like lifted it a little so it's got more of a 3D effect. All right, so that's that. Now we have this, and that means I need something here. Let's see, what do I want? I could carry this over. Nope, too dark. Let's take one of these. Yep. Alrighty, like so. Just trace around. Boop. Come on. Find where that edge is. Draw a line. So. Alright, and now we will cut just inside of it. And jeepers, I don't even know. Let's see. Where are we on the time? Are you kidding me? Wow, we are almost at an hour. Maybe we'll just do another one that's like real simple. Real simple, she says. You know, real simple. Nothing complex. As I've just turned this into an hour-long project. Quick video. No such thing in my vocabulary. I don't know why I even try. But that's okay. I hope you don't mind being here with me in the studio, in my little craft space here in the basement today. Let's see, how'd we do? Not very well. Okay, no problem, no problem. It's supposed to look a little raggedy, so that's okay with me. I don't mind. I just want to get a little bit straighter line here. Okay. All right, and now we gotta kind of take a little off here. So it's all right, it's all right. It's going quick. Like so. All right, now this is completely not rounded. Close enough. What do you think? I don't know. It's fine. It's what we're doing. It is what we're doing. Now it's very little. Let's see if we can do it this way. Of course not. Nope, not working. Okay. All right, no problem. Get some more ink. Like so, like so. Wow, I can't believe we're at an hour. Now I know why I lose days. All right, black, black, black. Grunge, grunge, grunge. Yumminess, amazingness. Okay, and you will go there, and you will live there, and you will be happy. I still have to sew it. Should we make another one? I don't know. Yeah, I'll make it quick. I'll make it quick. Okay, so now when this closes, we'll have something like that. That'll be nice. And we could put, since we don't really have a lot of color, we got a maroon. I don't think I have anything close to that, but I have black. So I have these little cutouts, which I could do something like this. That's getting too busy, isn't it? All right, and you're not gonna fit there. So, do we have something else that will fit there? Let's see, let's see. I have this. That you can't really see, can you? Nope, can't. what else? Have this little leaf. Oh, I know. It's a little off from the front color, but we have this that I could put there, and then I could put Velcro to close it. That looks nice. And then I have all these die cuts here over on my desk. Or would it look better down here? What do you guys think? Down there? Or up there? Or you could put you there and you could hang down a little. Let me fussy cut this quick. And then we get to use you after all. I'm so excited. I really wanted to use these guys. And then it matches the front a little better. Right? Right, just move it along, DJ. Let's go. I got places to go. I got other videos to see. Take out my whole day. Oh, I could do that, and then I'll cut off his wing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut off your wing. I'm sorry. Don't be upset with me. Maybe it's a her. I said him. Maybe it's a her. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna tear you, but I kind of like that. And since I have this, need a longer piece. Hold on. Hold on! It all makes sense in the end. Want that? I don't think I want that. I think I want it going this way. Maybe I'll just sew it. Put it that way. Put it that way, I could put a word. Okay, let's glue it down. Maybe it needs this too. I think it needs to pop a little more, so just get it done already. Like that. Come on. Okay, I do like that. And I could stitch around that, but I might draw around it instead. Oh gosh, she's gonna draw now? Does she have any idea what time it is? That is where I am cutting you, right there. Actually, I wonder if I could tear it. Think I could tear it? No. So, and we can just do a little outline with a black micron. This is a 03. And this way it kind of just jumps out a little more. And you don't have to be perfect here. All right, so just like that, just a little something to kind of pull it out a little more. We got that, and we've got this. So I'm just gonna go and sew this up a little bit, and then I'll be right back and we'll add some words, and then we'll see if we can make another one that's really quick and small and not as complex. I'm just not a good collage decision maker, so let me put these over here. I'll be right back. Okay, so all the stitching done. What I did was, and there's a lot of extra pieces you can choose to leave hanging if you want. I like some, but sometimes there's just too many. All right, so what I did was I just stitched around the outside and I did some zigzag, and then I did some kind of wonky crazy stitching here just to add some pops of black. You don't have to do that. You do what you love. You don't have to sew. You can actually take a lot of these, you could just take some thread. I'll show you. So these are all my loose thread ends, and you can kind of like nest them together and just throw them on here. And if you save all your threads, then you'll probably have a bigger nest. Let's see if I can get some more. Okay, and then you just kind of zhuzh them up here, like mix them up. And then you can put them down, and you can put like a button or something on top of that. So you could do it in a spot maybe where you want to, like here. That's a good idea. Let's do that there. Get some more. Okay. I'll just kind of bunch them up like so. Really messy. And then we'll put a little glue down. And you just want to kind of press it into that glue. And bring all your loose ends in. You know, if you got a lot of loose ends to tie up. Ba-dum-bum. You can put this all here, and it does kind of want to stick to your fingers, so just, it may take a few minutes for it to start to catch. Okay, like so. I like messiness. I kind of like chaos. Intentional chaos. I don't like regular chaos, universe. Please, no chaos. And then you can take like a button, something flat, because this is going to be in a journal. I got a black button. That's not going to show. I have something like that. So you could just stick a button on there. We can do that. Okay, and then, so it makes like a little accent there. And on the inside here, that's got to dry anyway, I just want to put something down, a piece of paper, so that when I'm putting stuff in this envelope, it's not catching on this sewing that I did, because that will be annoying to whoever's using this. And it doesn't matter what you use at this point, because it's not really going to be seen, but I think I'll just use another piece of this colored paper so it kind of matches. And I can so really just want to cover up those stitches and that. So let's take this. All right, come on, come on. There we go. And get it close to the edge so that those edges go down nice and tight. Nobody's gonna see this. It's gonna be inside, so you throw everything everywhere. But we do want it all the way to the edge. Put that in here. Just cover up those stitches. You can use a bone folder for this too, or a credit card, you know, an old one. Don't use the one you're using to go shopping with. That's not going to work out well. Okay, and just nice and tight, the edges down. I just want it to cover that, so when people or whomever buys a journal is not dealing with, you know, stuff getting stuck on all that sewing. Okay, and we can just bring this back in. There we go. Okay, that's done. Let's close her up. I forgot which way I said now. Let's go with that. Nope, let's go with that. All right, so now I just want to put a bead of glue here to close up the envelope since it's all sewn now. So first we'll do the side flaps. And then we'll bring up our bottom flap and glue this down entirely. Like so. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have time for another one, sorry, but you get the gist of it. And then so there is your envelope, like so. And you can choose to put a little, you know, a little circle there if you want. I'm not going to. You could also put like a strip of paper there if you wanted to kind of bring some more of that color in, like so. You can decorate there. We're gonna get a word. Actually, because it's kind of chaotic, I think I might use like a number label. These are from MyPorchPrints. She has a whole bundle of letters and numbers and everything that you can get for, I think it's $7, but you get like pages and pages of letters and words and numbers and all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna use 40 Piccadilly. Piccadilly, that's fun to say. All my elf fans out there, Francisco, that's fun to say. That's from Elf. Oh, Piccadilly's fun to say. Oh, and I like that the black is kind of making this that greenish kind of color. And we can add that there. And I have some more of this. Nope, too much. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it like that. There's a lot going on here already. And let's use this. And this is it. And that is it. And now this can go. It's still fairly thin. Oh, I want it over that lace. Hold on. There we go. Now it's still fairly thin, but this can go in an album and I can just kind of clip it, or in a journal, and then I can put some coffee dyed paper in there, and I have a little hole there so I can repair that with a little strip of washi if I wanted. But there, so very simply, you can use up a lot of scraps doing this. And we can make like pretty envelopes, and we can fold up a lot. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do some more later, and we'll see. I'll do another video, and then you can kind of jump over to that one if you want to see me make a few more of these. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I'll do. And then this one I can cut short, and you can get on your merry crafting way and get to doing the things that matter to you. Thank you again for joining me in the craft room today. I appreciate you being here as always. If you enjoyed this video and liked the content here and want to see more of this, you may want to subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and if you would just hit that like button and maybe even leave me a comment, and that lets YouTube know that you guys really like the video and that you are interested, and helps me grow my channel, but no pressure. That's it for today. Well, for now. Maybe there'll be more later, and then there'll be another video on Saturday. So thank you again for joining me, and I'm so happy to have you here. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!